Let's do a horn test.
Neutral, push down and turn to low. And we're doing this with all of the driver aids off. And mind you, these are still high weight terrain tires.
It feels like you're riding on air suspension. That is a pretty tight turning radius. Whoa.
It'll feel uncomfortable, but we're completely
Ooh.
safe.
Yeah.
That easy.
Yeah.
On high weight tires. Excellent. That's it. We're clear.
Hey guys, here we have the all-new Toyota Land Cruiser FJ, and today we are going to be doing a POV test drive. But before that, let's go ahead and check out the exterior and interior first. If you are familiar with the FJ Cruiser, this is somewhat of its spiritual successor. It is now called the Land Cruiser FJ, and Toyota is trying to make it like somewhat of a spin-off brand. So you have the Land Cruiser right here, the flagship, and then over there you have the Land Cruiser Prado, which is like their middle child, and you have this, the youngest of the bunch, the Land Cruiser FJ. It still has that boxy aesthetic to it. It has a very tall proportion. You can see the wheels are a bit on the small side, but you can always upgrade it. Up front, you have this Toyota lettering on the grille, harking back to its roots with the old style grille that they have in the original FJ. You also get this C-shaped DRLs with LED headlights, and there's also a 3-piece bumper right here, so if you scratch one of the pieces here, it is easily replaceable. So it still has that off-road characteristics to it, and Toyota has done a lot of work in tuning this for off-road, so we'll get into that more later. But this is the side profile. This is where a lot of people are put off with this car because it looks like it's on stilts, but in person, I think it is pretty cool. You know, the FJ Cruiser has always looked like a toy car, and this is a continuation of that. So you can see this thick C-pillar right here. Again, like with the previous generation FJ Cruiser, we have some black body cladding over here just to enhance that rugged look. For the top of the line version, you get step boards, but for the base model, you don't get a step board. And as for the wheels, for this top-of-the-line variant, you get 18-inch black alloy wheels. For the base model, you get steel rims. Let's move towards the back. You can see this interesting-looking taillight. Also has that C pattern right there, and this very flat back. And the spare tire is also on the tailgate. As you can see, the bumper is also a 3-piece design. You have some reverse lights and fog lights right there. You have a tow hook over there on the left, and on the right, you have your exhaust, which you can see right here. This is the underneath of the car. So it is very built for off-road still. Now there's a handle right here. Interestingly, this handle is very reminiscent to other Toyota models like the Fortuner. Interesting design choice. So it opens sideways. It is a side hinge tailgate. Opens very wide. So if you're doing camping or a tailgate party, it is very easy to access the tailgate. This is the cargo space that you get for the Land Cruiser FJ. It has split folding rear seats for more flexibility, but you don't get any underfloor storage and whatnot because this is a body-on-frame chassis. So it is very common with those types of vehicles like in the Fortuner. Oh, this is where your jack is. It's hidden in a compartment right here. You have some interesting nooks right here. I'm not sure if you're supposed to place any here or if there are accessories that are available that you can clip on with these feathers. Pretty interesting. I guess that's why the C-pillar is so thick. As for the loading height, it is just above my waist, so getting things inside can be a bit of a struggle. So you also have some tie-down hooks right there. I guess you can fit more accessories like a net and whatnot. And if you close it up, very solid, as you'd expect from Toyota. Let's check out the rear seat space. Getting in is fairly easy thanks to the step board, but the ride height is a bit high. If there's no step board, it can get a little bit tricky. But yeah, let's close the door. So this is set to my driving position. I have a decent amount of legroom. I have a lot of footroom. As for headroom, I have about this much, thanks to the upright C-pillar again of the body. The windows are nice and large, so You can see a good view of the surroundings. But yeah, it is pretty comfortable back here. I don't feel cramped. Rear amenities, you only get a 12-volt power outlet right there. You don't get rear AC vents at the rear. Neither do you get a center armrest for the passengers. Now, if we scooch over to the middle, there's a tunnel right here. There's a hump. So middle passengers will struggle a bit with foot room, but headroom, I have about this much. It is kind of doable. This is the overall dash design of the Land Cruiser FJ, and we'll get into that more as we move towards the front. As for door materials, you have hard plastics up top and just a plain black design with hard plastics on the door armrest. But you do get a small cubby right here for small drinks and smaller items. Right, so now it's time to take the Land Cruiser FJ for off-roading. And you can see by the looks of it, we'll have fun later because of those muddy tires. Let's hop inside. Woohoo! There's a grab handle right here for easier entry. You have a Land Cruiser nameplate right here. Very interesting. You have a Toyota logo here on the other side. You have your lock, unlock, and your panic. So to start it, just have the key inside the vehicle, put your foot on the brake, and press the start-stop button. There you go, the 2.7 liter inline four starts up to life. You can hear it inside. I love the startup sound, to be honest. It's like it's ready to be driven. Fasten your seatbelts, adjust our steering wheel. You have a 3-spoke design steering wheel, audio controls for the left and cruise control on the right. To turn on the air conditioning, there are physical buttons. Very satisfying to use. You flick this up to increase the fan speed. This is for your mode. You have a dual zone automatic climate control.
Just press traction control off, otherwise we'll get stuck in the mud.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're ready to go.
Alright, sige. So you have a traditional gear selector here. Put your foot on the brake, the unlock button, and put it to drive. Ooh, that's a nice Lotus. Traditional handbrake as well. Everything here feels very well built and very mechanical. In fairness, on the front door cards, you have soft touch panels here above, together with the armrest. It is nicely padded. You have power folding mirrors. I do wish they redesigned the side mirror a bit because this looks straight out of a Toyota Corolla. Does this have an electronic power steering ba? Or still hydraulic? Oh, that's why it feels well weighted, and the ride height is pretty good. You sit nice and high. You can see the nice hood bulges there, so visibility is pretty good. The driver gets a power adjustable seat. Let's do a horn test right here.
And we'll go to high. You can do it now even when we're moving.
Oh, okay.
And we'll make a left turn. We'll switch to low when we're on the slippery.
Okay, got it.
Once we're on all four wheels on the dirt, full stop,
Okay.
neutral, push down and turn to low, and then drive. We're in low range. So
Oh, neutral. I'll drive it.
Now, mind you, this is completely stock,
Right.
and we're doing this with all of the driver aids off.
Okay.
So this is
Ooh.
just you and the car.
Okay, that's pretty interesting.
Okay, so in a sense, the capability of the car is even more than what we're demonstrating here because we've turned off the driver aids.
Yeah. Okay.
But what we want to show here is the capability even without the aids.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
And our first obstacle here is the chassis bender. It will show you your suspension articulation. It'll
Right.
tell you how deep you'll see how deep ruts you can drive through.
Okay,
So just take it slow, crawl it through.
right. And it's pretty interesting that you have all of the assists turned off because, manufacturers are trying their best to help you get out of sticky situations, right? But with this, even with everything turned off,
You can get out.
you can get out of it. Wow, that's pretty
Exactly.
cool. Yeah, okay.
And mind you, these are still high weight terrain tires.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're driving in
Just
mud
stock, yeah.
with road tires. So we go straight towards that Marshall and then we'll turn right.
Okay.
And the suspension is very compliant, so if you
Yeah.
actually drive a little faster, you'll see it you don't get thrown around.
Yeah,
You're
actually.
not bounced around.
Yeah, it feels like you're riding on air suspension, to be honest.
So we'll turn right and then straight to that cone and into a U-turn.
Okay.
And then hard over on the steering wheel.
That is a pretty tight turning radius.
It's okay. Just keep
We
it
can make
going.
it? Okay.
Yeah, we can make
That's
it.
pretty cool.
We can make it.
Wow, okay.
Okay, then in the dip you'll see the approach and departure angles.
Right.
So even though it's steep down and steep up, your front and rear will not scrape.
Okay.
So just take it
Interesting.
nice and easy down and nice and easy up, and you will not scrape.
Ooh. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. That was a pretty steep hill.
And then here we're showing you how well the car holds in an off camber
Mm-mm.
when you're tilted. So
Right.
all you need to do is hold the steering wheel straight, fight the urge to turn right.
Oh, okay. Just
Okay, just
turn it
fight the
straight.
urge, just keep it straight,
Oh,
and then just keep it nice and steady on the throttle.
right.
And it might feel uncomfortable, but we're completely safe.
Okay. Whoa. You can also see here you're on the right. You're,
Yeah, there's an inclinometer.
yeah. There you go.
And then on this last one, just hold the steering wheel straight and just take it nice. Just crawl it over. It'll feel uncomfortable, but we're completely safe.
Ooh.
Okay, turn the steering wheel to the
To
right
the
a little
right,
bit.
to the right.
To the right a little bit. Yeah, some more to the right, and let it slip. We're okay.
Huh. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Nice and easy.
Nice and easy.
Okay, go as far to the right as you can. We're going to be making a left turn here into the mud. We're going to turn on the differential lock.
Okay.
So just press the diff lock here.
Here.
Okay. When we go
That's
into
good.
the mud,
Okay.
do not take your foot off the throttle.
Right.
So you can add throttle, you can reduce throttle, just don't take your foot off. We'll make a
Right,
full 180 to the cone over there.
All right. I hope we don't get stuck.
We won't.
We won't. We won't. Okay.
We
okay.
won't. Hard left. And there you go. Keep it going. Keep the power on. Keep it more power. See?
Whoa.
More power. More power. Don't lift. Keep the power down. Power. Power. And we're clear.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
That easy.
That. Yeah.
On highway tires. Power. Power.
Okay.
Power.
So we're still on the mud,
Yeah,
right?
we're still slipping. There you go. We're clear. And then we can turn on the diff lock off.
Okay, we can turn it off already.
There you go. And then we do another U-turn. So that gives you an idea of what you can do in slippery situations, even on stock tires.
Yeah.
Just use the diff lock. And here we'll be making a left turn at the cones.
Okay.
And just keep the power going. You can go slow, you can go fast, just don't lift the throttle.
Okay.
And we'll do a left here. A little more power. Excellent. That's it, we're clear.
Okay. Wow. So you just go straight, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
straight.
That was pretty fun.
And no computer helped you here.
Yeah, we have the traction control
Off.
thing. Wow. And we didn't do any mud setting, right?
None.
That's so cool. And it felt so easy. Like
Yes.
it is very interesting. I love the dimensions also. It's so compact. It's easy to maneuver.
Not too small, not
Not
too
too
big.
small, yeah.
Okay, once we get on back, turning right, and then once we get back onto the pavement, we'll take it out of low range.
Okay.
So to take it out of low range, full stop,
Okay.
neutral, and then just put it to high, push down and turn. There you go,
There you
we're
go.
good. And then you
Yeah.
put it into the drive.
Okay.
And then to go from 4 high to 2 high, you can do it
Yeah.
on the fly. So even while we're rolling,
okay.
you can flip it at any time.
So do we also get all of these features in the base variant.
Yes.
Wow, okay. So we can do the, okay.
There you go. And just like that, we're on the road.
Yeah.
The bumpiness you're feeling now is just the mud of the tires.
Okay. And we didn't even use the 360 camera in that. Finding the corners of the vehicle is pretty easy, right?
Yes.
And then
The corners are well sighted.
yeah, the hood line is not as long as well.
Yes.
So that's pretty
And you
cool.
can adjust the seat height.
And what's nice about driving this vehicle is that it feels very old school with all the modern tech happening here on the dash. But when you drive it off-road, it feels like a breeze driving it. And one of the benefits of having the hydraulic power steering is that you get more feel with what the wheels are doing. Here. Okay, this should be good. Parking brake, park. So to turn off the vehicle, you can turn off the air conditioning right here. And to turn it off, just press the stop button right here. Okay guys, that was a POV test drive of the Land Cruiser FJ. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to be notified once I upload a new video. This has been TJ. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.